Today's video is powered by SeatGeek. Get $20 off any tickets sold using promo code AITRIGHT on the SeatGeek app or website. It is now official. Michigan has decided to move on from Juwan Howard in what was one of the most roller coaster coaching tenures I have ever witnessed. From winning a Big Ten championship during the pandemic with cardboard cutouts in the stands, to an altercation against Maryland, and then igniting a brawl in Madison, Wisconsin, where he and multiple players were suspended, to basically turning into Louisville by year 5. And I talked about my personal top 3 if this move were to occur. Mentioned TJ Otzelberger, mentioned Nate Oates and John Beilein returning, but thought it'd be good to add some more possible candidates who you shouldn't be surprised if their names came up. And yes, I'd love for Michigan to go after guys like Scott Drew from Baylor and Bruce Pearl from Auburn, but I just don't think that's realistic at this point, especially when NIL and transfer restrictions currently still exist in Ann Arbor. I have a few more names for you. Josh Schertz is a very talented coach out of Indiana State, had a long stint at Lincoln Memorial at the Division II level. In his last 7 years there, he was excellent. Had 3 Final Four appearances in that span, and outside of the Final 4 years, he still had 3 30-plus win seasons, a testament to his consistency, and he was able to turn Indiana State around by year 2. His teams play a very fun brand of basketball. Darian DeVries comes from the Missouri Valley as well. He's won at least 20 games every year he's been at Drake. His son is Tucker DeVries. He's a 6'7", 210-pound guard who was a 2-time Missouri Valley Player of the Year with 1 more year of eligibility. The short-term downside here is if Darian goes to coach at Michigan, unless his son Tucker graduates, Michigan admissions more than likely will not let him in as a 3rd-year academic transfer to follow his dad. Mick Cronin out of UCLA, he can really coach, demands a lot out of his players. His teams are tough. They get better throughout the year. He's a Midwest guy, and he's someone who I always felt would eventually fit in at an OG Big Ten school. Chris Collins out of Northwestern, he understands the league already. He's competed in it for a long time now as a coach and knows the ins and outs, and probably the one Big Ten school who has a similar or maybe tougher restrictions when it comes to incoming transfers. He seems to have hit his ceiling in Evanston. He'll no longer have Boo Buie, and this could be a great time to make that jump to a bigger program with more resources. At this point, Michigan cannot afford another situation with a coach who doesn't have head coaching experience and has not proven themselves as program builders. Get someone with a proven track record who can identify talent. There's plenty of talent leaving the Big Ten, and there's going to be a reset. Michigan has to start out on the right path, or they'll be towards the bottom of the Big Ten for a longer time than people think.
Dan Dakich can't guard me.